Hi guys, it's me and Guardian again. I've got to show you this. Look at this. It's the 2nd of August and it's like a winter. There's the sun. It's full of fog. You can't see very far in front of you, your face. This is the wheat field. That's going to be cut in a couple of weeks. There's our sun. It is 5:30 in the morning. Now let's go ahead a bit. There's the woods. Look at that. You can't see anything but a few trees. If you go along, see where them two trees sets are? If you go along, this should all be trees. And you can't see anything on the horizon. I have never seen fog like this. In August. I've seen it in the November morning. So, where's this global warming? And this heat wave. Probably 2 days of heat wave. So, we can't see in front of our face. We're about to venture into woods. That means we won't see the deer coming at us if they want to attack us. We can't see the foxes. We can't hardly see anything. It's very clear in front of us, as you can see. But it's not much farther that you can see. It's beautiful though. Look at this, guys. I want to show you something. Look at this. Look at that web, perfect web. Can you see it? Right on the corn, can you see? And that's going to go on your cereal and bread. Look at that one. I'm going to take a picture actually. Like I said, you'd think it would be in November in the winter, but I tell you something, it's very hot. It's not cold. It's like a blanket of heat. Look at that cornfield. You can't see it all. It's like a blanket of heat, right? And cold at the same time. Like you feel sweating hot, but then you feel that coldness that's trapped. Oh, look at this other spider web. Look at the size of that one. That's huge. Wait for that. Look at the size of that spider web. That is huge. Poor Guardian's he's getting pissed off with me saying, what are you doing taking footage of a cobweb? But sometimes the cobwebs here, I'm just going to put the light a bit lighter. So that's better. We can see Guardian if he goes a bit ahead. But just to show you how bad it is, right? We're now on the walkway to the path to the woods. That's it. That's the path you can see. And this is the path to the woods. Look at that. No, I'm telling you, it's not the camera's fault or anything like that. That is seriously all you can see where Guardian is. If Guardian come any further, I wouldn't be able to see him. Because we've got deer and foxes and stuff that can hurt Guardian and me, I've got him on this reflective lead. Can you see? Get it from Amazon. Perfect company to get it from. Not only did I get it all nicely packed and secure, but it's held its own. We've put it through pulling tests and everything. It's a really good lead, right? So if you go to Amazon, this is it. Obviously Guardian's got 8 meters because he's a large, because he's huge and strong. But it's a really strong reflective lead, as you can see. See it? So if I just hold it for a second. Guardian, hold it for a second. There you go. Okay, so go on to dog leads, extended dog leads, onto Amazon, and the £43 in some shops, especially some specialist shops, like Pets at Home. They do them for 43 something, but this large one only cost me 20 quid. So I suggest for this winter you do get reflected stuff, because it looks like we're going to have a bad one, especially in fog. Also, Guardian's got a harness. His is a service harness, but you can pick these up from Amazon. Go to reflective harnesses in Amazon and choose very wisely. If you've got a large dog, right, if you buy an extra large one like Guardian's, it will slip and they can slip out of it. So be careful when you buy them. It's not the manufacturer's fault, it's the way it's handled by the dog's coats and stuff, okay? So my suggestion is, because they are huge, they're very good make, they're very strong, they're worth every bit of the money. Use the reflective. Obviously don't get the service stickers, because it's illegal for you to put service dog on your dog, and if you haven't got a license, which I'll show you how to get the license from AD UK, which is the Sisters Dogs United Kingdom. If you don't get one, if you get the reflected lead, fine, and collar and harness, but please, please, please do not get service dogs harnesses and service dog stuff, because they're not service dogs unless they're trained, licensed and insured to be service dogs. Okay, so I've seen a lot of people buying pretend service dog stickers without the UK official sticker and taking them into shops, right? Listen, people, the real people who have service dogs and that pay to get the service dogs trained and are licensed, we have to go through training as well as the dogs. It costs a lot of money, it really does, unless your charity can help. There's a few AD UK charities out there for autism and learning difficulties. It's not just the blind charities that need your help as well. It's also like the autistic service dogs and stuff like that needs help. But again, go online, go to AD UK websites, and I'm sure they could, because they have specialists who show you how to pick your service dog, stuff like that, from puppy, what to look for in the parents, the breeders, stuff like that, right? Any dog can be a service dog, okay? So don't let people trick you and say there's only certain breeds that can be a service dog. It's not true. I've seen a Jack Russell who the family brought just as a pup for their little girl, and when the little girl was 6 years old, she was running in the field with the dog, and the dog started running close to her, barking around her, and she had a seizure. So the dog knew before, and then the dog started alerting before she had her seizures. Fortunately, they've now got them under control, but her service dog's a Jack Russell, and it wasn't meant to be a service dog. So like I said, all animals, dogs, cats, and even rats and mice and that, all animals has a potential if you bond with them well. So, like, you know, if it wasn't for animals, we wouldn't have won the wars, to be fair. You know what I mean? If it isn't for dogs and that, search and rescues wouldn't find half the people they find. Cadaver dogs from the police wouldn't apprehend as many as they would. So there's a lot for animals, and unfortunately some of us humans don't treat them well. So if you could do that, that would be good. But like I said, just be very aware. We've just heard a deer running, so hopefully that will skittle all the other deers into keeping away from us. So enough about the lectures now, let's get a bit of fun sorted. Right, so in my other videos, when I'm standing here, you would actually see the entrance, as you can see. We can't. So I'm not going to allow Guardian off the lead for one reason only. If I go down in any way, shape or form, or I see danger or he sees danger before me, I won't be able to see his alerts. So I've got him on this lead. He can still do his business, all that lot. Now, as you notice, Guardian, although doesn't pull, has got a muzzle on. Well, they call it a muzzle. It's actually a halty, right? So there's this halty. Can you see him with his halty? Now, to make him comfortable with the halty, at first, I made it a bit loose and I gave him treats constantly for the first walks. And I walked him about 5 short walks. After the 5th short walk, he was perfect on it. He didn't try and pull it off, nothing like that. I suggest this if your dog's pulling a little bit, right? But I don't suggest you do what some trainers say, which is pull your dog close to you and keep its head up in the air. The dog's whole point of the dog is sniff, do stuff like that, sniff and go toilet. So I've got 2 leads. So I've got his service dog lead, because he's not allowed to leave without it, on to the harness lead. And then what I do is I let him run while we've got space and let him lead. Can you see? So he's comfortable with the halty. Can you see that? He's very comfortable. He's going around because I'm not hindering him doing his doggy work. I'm not hindering him by pulling him to my side, keeping him close to walk beside me. Now, if you're in a crowd or you want them close for danger or something like that, that's when you put them on the lead. Not the run, what I call a runner lead. You put them on the lead, and then you lift his head and pull him close. You sit them down and you wait until the danger goes. Or you walk through a crowd and lead them, right? Because it is a halty, so you want to halt them from running off, looking at other dogs or stuff like that. But if your dog's very temperamental of having things on the face, I would take them for very long. You know what? It's actually, I wish you could see this, it's actually drizzling. A funny drizzle. Like you can't feel wet. But yet the fog has got drizzle in it. Weird. Oh, sorry, that's my autism. I see something and I stop what I'm saying. Right. So anyway, so that's, people have asked me. Hold on, let's see if I can get it a bit brighter. There you go, because it is dark here. I'll show you, right? This is what it really looks like in here. And this is the light. Right. So if till your dog gets used to, and then just pull a little bit now and again. Can you see what I'm doing here? Just hold and pull a little bit to slow them down. So they get used to that. Oh, I feel a pull. That means to slow down. And then I stop. And he goes, okay, what's that mean? That means stop. See? And I don't have to do much jilting. We don't have to break our arms and stuff like that. Subtle little hints. But don't say nothing. Let them figure it out themselves. Okay? So let them figure out their own understanding of what you're doing. Now, another thing is, if you're training a puppy to walk on a lead, put them on your hips. And I'll show you how to do that in another video. Right? I put them around my waist. So I can put that down like that. I've got the lead hooked in. So I'll put it through the handle so it can move around. Right? Then I've got my hands free. Right? That's important, because if you've got a baby in a pram and you've got a kid to hold a hand and another kid and you've got a pup, Guardian, and you've got a pup, how are you going to do it all? Simple. You put the dog, hold on, we've gone into light. You've put the dog around your waist. So I'll just turn it and show you. Here's the lead. See it? And it clicks. So you push the lead through this bit here. Right, hold on, let me see if I can get it. So, see the handle here? You pull the lead through, that's got the clip, straight through the handle to make a loop around your waist. Then, from there, you click it onto a safety bit of this. And then you put it through the actual handle of this. And then bring it up and click it like that. Fold this little bit up and click it in. Obviously, don't keep it like this, because then you'll have a weird looking leash. But just till you go for your walks. Right? And then from there, There's rabbits there, look. Ah, you can't see because I can just see them, right? And then that way,